nice chair.
Yeah, I figured I'd change it up a little bit.
You redo it almost every episode, it seems now, or every other.
Maybe every few episodes I redo it.
That's
Not
fair.
every.
I'll give you that.
Every couple episodes I redo it. I gotta change this. This doesn't look good with this anymore. I gotta figure out different stairs to put here.
Anya?
Anya, what did I just tell you? No.
Anya? Stop. Right now. Stop.
Alright, well, we are live. We are live. Okay. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Crafting a Chat. We are going to be starting momentarily here as soon as our other co-hosts join us. But in the meantime, you're joined by... Ooh, I like that. That's actually nice. You're joined by the usual cast. Adam.
Hello.
Kevin, who is hopping on in just a second here. I think he'll just... There he is. Destinoto, he'll be hopping on in a few minutes. And myself, Genesis. Gentlemen, we're on episode 110 of Crafting a Chat. We have a very busy news night here. But, like always...
And a board game.
How are you guys doing tonight?
So give it
Yes, we are. Absolutely. How are we all doing tonight, gentlemen? How are we all feeling?
Good.
Fantastic.
Real
Good
good.
to hear.
Real good.
Good to hear. Absolutely good to hear. Adam, how'd you enjoy your weekend and today and yesterday, given there was a lot of different events going on? How much did you scream today versus all the other days?
I screamed a lot today. I didn't scream any on Saturday. I screamed really today for 3 minutes straight.
Good. Your vocal cords doing okay?
Yeah, surprisingly, I keep drinking a lot of chocolate milk, which isn't great for my digestive system, but my throat's feeling pretty good about it. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, we'll talk about everything. We'll talk about Saturday.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about Nintendo and Sony today, and we'll talk about all the things, and everyone's going to talk about everything.
Mm-hmm. Destinoto, welcome. How are you?
Yeah.
How's it going, Destinoto?
Pretty good.
I'm glad you're not deaf. I'm glad my screaming didn't make you deaf. We're glad that worked out.
Oops. Yeah. That's fine.
All right, gentlemen. As usual, what did we all play last week? Anybody want to start us off?
I can go first. I didn't play
Please,
anything.
Good.
For my
Fantastic.
third week in a row, I think.
You are setting a record there, my friend.
Well, I've just I watched Destinoto play God of War again, and then I watched oh God. Anybody. Throw one out there, please. Help.
You watched... did you watch me play something?
No, I'm trying to think of a name for a man.
Oh,
what? No! Crouton. No, we already used that one.
No. Campfire.
Oh.
No, we already used Campfire.
We used Crumpet, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did. What'd you say?
Castellum.
Castellum we haven't used. By the way, Genesis, Campfire was the first one you ever suggested. Fun little fact for it. Yeah, because you started singing the Campfire song after that. Please don't. Thank you.
No. We're gonna get copyrighted. We don't want to do that.
Well, you were gung ho about it back then.
I was, yes.
What the hell did you say, Kevin? I already forgot.
Castellum.
Castellum. All right. I watched Castellum. He's been playing through God of War 3. And been enjoying that. Good times. And yeah, I didn't play anything, and I didn't really watch anything, and I don't do anything.
Wow.
So,
I mean, that'll change pretty soon, I'm assuming. But, you're just...
I mean, by
yourself.
pretty soon, like 2 months.
A month and a half.
I'm... That's being very lenient since today's the 13th.
Month and a half. Kevin, what'd you do?
A wonderful question. What did I do?
A wonderful question.
I played a little bit of Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Mm-hmm. And how was that?
It's a thing.
Not good, not
wouldn't
great.
say I'm impressed with it.
Okay.
Played some Returnal with you.
Absolutely, you did.
Got that final sun fragment, and you
We
get
gotta-
the house sequence, and now we gotta be able to beat the boss again.
We gotta go. We gotta kill that boss.
And then played some multiverses with you because Gizmo came out.
Absolutely, we had some fun in that. Not all fun, but we had some fun.
It's still fun, even though I complain a lot. It's still fun.
No. Some things are still broken in it. That's the problem. Some things just don't work as intended.
Honestly, it's still better than Smash Brothers Online. So
This is true. You're not wrong with that.
Much. And I think is that it? No, I played a little bit of Valorant.
Wow, you didn't play Destiny 2?
I haven't played Destiny 2 in a hot minute. I'm waiting for more of the seasonal challenges to hit so that I can power through the battle pass.
That is a shock.
That's about it. This season's boring.
All right.
The like special seasonal events are just not that fun. I don't know. Every once in a while it happens. It's fine.
Okay. Destinoto?
Hi.
Hi. What'd you do?
I'm here. I don't think I played, did I play God of War last week?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
for like
did,
1 or 2 days. I think it was 1 day.
Yeah, a couple streams of that.
Might have been twice.
Kind of short. I think the second one was probably only like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, first one was like 4 hours or something.
We're corporate boys. We gotta get up early.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Oh, and League.
Yeah, I've been playing a bunch of League over the weekend. Probably the most League I've played in like weeks, months, maybe years. But yeah, that's been going pretty good. Haven't watched too much. I watched another episode of American Horror Stories.
The newest season?
It was the episode called Necro.
Oh.
No, stories, remember? Not American Horror Story.
Not story.
Yeah. We talked about this
okay.
last week.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, that episode was kind of extra weird. Had to do with dead people, morgue worker, and another dude who transfers bodies to the morgue, and some stuff happened, and blackmail, some weird, really odd choices at the end of the episode. Not like story wise, but by the characters. I was like, oh, okay, that's how you go. Okay. They ended up falling in a hole. The guy that was the one who transfers the bodies, he was digging up a hole for another body, and some stuff happens at the end. I don't want to spoil anything. But
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. After that, I think I watched something else, but I don't remember. That's mostly it, though. Mostly these.
Got it. All right. I played Multiverses, like Kevin mentioned earlier. We also played Returnal. I played more Soul Hackers. I'm trying to get through as much as I can in that because obviously because I have this one here, and because I need to get I need to get through some of that before obviously November hits, and Yeah, was I putting out like 25 hours so far? That game is going to be long, I feel. Probably 50, 60 hours, I would assume. Um, I don't think I played anything else, Adam. Did I play anything else?
I mean, Returnal.
Oh, no, I do remember what I played. I did play Castle Crashers as well. My youngest brother hopped out one night, so we played Castle Crashers, and that was button mashing fun. My thumb hurt afterwards, but hey, it was fun regardless. I forget how good Castle Crashers was, that side-scrolling, just beat 'em up. TMNT I played with Kevin way, a couple months, or actually, yeah, a couple months earlier. And I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's just open up Castle Crashers and let's do it. So my younger brother and I did that. And I think we spent maybe 2 hours in there, got through like maybe 6, 7 levels, and it was close to like 1:30 in the morning. So I'm like, I'm going to get off now. But yeah, I think that's all that I played otherwise.
Also, shout out to Genesis, because he was in the party with me, and then he was like, hey, little brother wants to go play Castle Crashers. I'll be back. And I was like, no, you won't. No, you won't. You've never
And
once
guess what?
returned. And guess what? He returned.
Oh my
And
god.
I was
I was
like,
watching
Oh my
what
God
the
of War
god.
hell?
3 with him and
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yep, he was watching God of War 3 with me. Move on.
um,
Kevin, what was it again?
What?
What was his name again?
Castellum.
Castellum. Why can't we remember that?
It's like castle, just a little different, right? Castellum.
Right. Yeah, I was watching
Okay, yeah, that'll help.
Castellum play God of War with Adam here, so we were doing that. Yeah, and then I went to sleep after that. That was it. Yeah. But eventful weekend, eventful couple days, obviously, like I mentioned earlier. But before we do that, Kevin, you have a board game to review for us.
Ooh, I do.
Yes, you do.
Quickly refreshing my memory on this board game. Okay, so board game for the day is Undaunted. Technically, it's a series of board games. Base game is Undaunted Normandy. Then there's the expansion Undaunted North Africa, expansion Undaunted Reinforcements, and an expansion coming out hopefully early in 2023, but they don't have a month yet. Undaunted Battle of Britain. Very, very fun war game. Unlike games like Risk, Axis and Allies, Fortress America, where they take war to like a macro scale, this is more of a micro scale. You have your squad, and you're going up against another squad to usually like hold territory on the map, and if you hold it long enough or hold enough points at any point in the game, then you win. But it's how the game is played. It makes it very interesting. So it's technically not a board game. It's technically a card game, but the scenario cards that make up the map turn it like the map into a board made out of cards. And then from there, you have your deck of cards, which is formed based on whatever scenario you are playing. It's going to contain the troops that you have, other like command cards that you can use to do some special stuff on your turns, fog of war cards that you get, which represent not knowing what's out there, the actual fog of war. So those cards do nothing in your hand, but in order to get rid of those cards, you use scouts to reveal parts of the map, and you can continue to discard fog of war cards from your deck entirely. And you're going to want to do this because you can only draw 4 cards for your turn, and you do not keep any cards in your hand. So you have those 4 cards for your turn. You can choose to play all of them, or at least all the ones that you can play, only some of them, whatever. However, before you play any cards, you have to choose one of the 4 cards you draw secretly to be your initiative card. And there's a little value up in the top left corner of the card that determines what initiative it's worth. The person with the highest initiative goes first. So both of you will already have 1 card missing from your deck. So there's only 3 cards to take actions with. these cards will directly activate certain units on the board, like your riflemen, your machine gunners, whatever else you might have in the scenario. Or they'll give you different like benefits. Some cards might have you like draw more cards or whatever have you. But you do these actions throughout your turn, and once you're either out of cards or you choose not to play any more cards, it passes to the next player. And then once they take their turn, cool, that round is done. You then both discard any remaining cards in both your hands, draw a brand new hand of 4 cards each, and pick your new initiative card. Furthermore, this gets interesting when units die. If anything is actually killed on the battlefield, it is dead. Those cards associated with that unit are removed from your deck entirely, and it will never happen. That unit will never come back to the field, and it will never activate again. So, interesting mechanic, because as your forces dwindle, there's less cards in your deck to draw, so the remaining forces are activating more regularly, and it leads to some very interesting strategic choices.
Noted, can you keep it down? Kevin's talking.
Yeah, it's interesting because like it's a very different look at unit death in a war game, because it's, if you just go gung ho and start killing someone else's units, first of all, that's difficult to do. It actually does emulate like shooting over distances very well in the game. There's all kinds of penalties that come into play, and you have to basically almost always roll like 2 rolls in the top 10% of the die that you're using in order to actually kill somebody. Because it's also supposed to represent more than just like a single rifleman. It's like a rifleman little group. But anyway, if you go gung ho and just start killing the other person's units, then all you're doing is making it easier for them to continue to have a set plan and a set strategy, because they don't have to rely so much on luck of the draw through the high amount of cards you usually start out with. Instead, you're thinning out their deck more and more, and they're going to be able to keep activating the same units over and over and over again and make more of a constant push at objectives. So it creates a very unique tug of war scenario between 2 players that is really fun. And it's deep level of strategy going on. My sister and I have played the first 3 scenarios. We had a lot of fun with them. And then we ran out of like free time because we both have very different work schedules to play again. But totally we'll do that in the near future, I'm sure. So what else about this game? All right, so then North Africa, so Undaunted Normandy is basically all infantry combat. North Africa adds in mines and land vehicles like tanks and transports. Basically, that's to simulate the desert combat, where vehicles are incredibly important to go across wide areas. But I haven't directly played with vehicles, but they sound interesting. Basically, they're just going to function kind of similarly, but then that puts more emphasis on like anti-tank crews. They're not just there to possibly hit a unit and blow it up with like explosive splash damage. They're actually there to take out armored vehicles, which are really good against normal like riflemen and whatnot. Mines you can plant on the ground and nobody knows where they are, stuff like this. And then Undaunted Reinforcements is the big expansion. This thing was fantastic. So Reinforcements dropped with a giant box. The box is set up, and there's actually an insert in the box to show you how you should, at least in their minds, how you should store all the games up to that point. So you can take your Undaunted Normandy stuff and Undaunted North Africa and put it into the Reinforcements box along with everything Reinforcements adds. And Reinforcements adds in a few new units, not a whole lot, but more importantly, expands upon the number of players. So Undaunted, Normandy, and North Africa they're both 2-player games, unless you get Reinforcements. Reinforcements has rules and necessary cards to play solo play in all missions, including the new ones in Reinforcements, and 4-player 2-on-2 in all missions and the new ones, along with adding in new ones for a 2-player game. So, massive expansion. That's really cool. Solo play is interesting. It's called Enemy Unknown. Basically, you have like a light AI that's playing the other side for you. And it has a few altered rules to make that a little bit more interesting than just a completely random experience. And then 4-player games, it's 2-on-2. And I think that brings in friendly fire to some extent as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's a very different game because of how the card management aspect of the game works. Um, I I don't want to sit here and say that like, oh, if you like Risk, you should play this game. I don't really see a lot of similarities between Risk, Axis and Allies, Fortress of America, those more macro war games, and this game. This is a very different experience. I would say if you like games that are very strategic minded, um, without getting crazy with like a giant rule set like Twilight Struggle, Twilight Imperium, Eclipse. These games that have rule books that are just gigantic, or any game by GMT because they are hyper realistic. Well, not really hyper realistic. They're just very realistic. Um, this is a very simple rule set. The instruction manual is 24 pages, which seems like a lot, but there are tons of pictures. There's very little to read. It's probably about 10 pages of text with a lot of pictures and reference things thrown in, so that helps actually explain what they're talking about. There's a lot of examples for how different movement actions work and combat actions and so on and so forth. Um, and yeah, it's a relatively cheap game. I think it's like $40 for each one, and totally worth it. You get, oh gosh, I don't even remember. I think it's like 12 scenarios in Normandy, like another 9 or 10 in North Africa, and then reinforcements. Like I said, adds in single player and 4-player for all previous, and there's like 6 or 7 more that reinforcements adds. Um, I would imagine at this point someone online probably has like a database for a bunch of player-made scenarios because you could totally do that too. Um, yeah, just about that. I recommend. Good game, very good game.
So the solo play that you said you fight a light AI. Can you explain how you fight an AI on a board game?
Yeah. So let me get that freaking manual.
What do you even
Basically,
fight an AI?
it auto runs a deck to a certain extent. Hold on, let me get the freaking. Yay. Owning board games. Someone fill time. Do it.
Filling time, filling time. This is the filling time portion of the show. Filling time. Adam, you want to sing now?
No, I do not. Thank you, though.
No, thank you, though.
Are you humming the God of War theme?
No.
Almost. You're doing a little bit faster. Weird.
So you draw cards for the bot and put them in initiative order, and then the bot cards have like a sort of, how do you want to call it, like an if-then sort of statement from like programming. So for example, this sniper card they show in here. First thing that it would try to do, enemy with total defense value of 8, attack 3 that enemy. The second thing, if that's not met, tile is secure and tile is not uncontrolled objective. Select destination within 1. A would be select. Hard to read. Oh, light on. Select threatened objective as destination. Select an unscouted objective as destination, or select a destination closest to above A being greater than B in the priority list. If none of those are true, then it does a stalk action, and if it's on an objective, it just attacks 3 at the closest enemy. So those cards are specific for solo play, and basically says every unit is going to behave in a way that makes sense for whatever the unit is. So snipers are going to either attack things that are most defenseless, or are if they're in the objective, they're just going to fire at will. If they're not in the objective, they're going to try to get to one in as much cover as possible. Things like that.
Okay. Well, that explains more along the lines of than a AI that I fight in a board game.
There's actually a lot more, in general, there's a lot more board games that are having AI sort of scripts for things. There's a bunch of dungeon crawlers. I own Sword and Sorcery that has AI for all its enemies, and it's a similar thing where it's based on range from heroes. So if something is super close to a hero, it's more than likely going to melee attack you. If something is farther away and it has a ranged weapon, it will prefer that over its melee. Some things cast spells at range, where if they're close up, they'll actually like blink away and try to like get away, so they can cast spells in a next turn or whatever have you. So yeah, AI is coming to board games without the use of a tablet.
That's crazy.
Or like an app, which is another way of doing it.
Yeah, do they have board games that have like tablet apps and stuff? Okay.
The biggest one is Mansions of Madness. Mansions of Madness has an app that runs the game for you. You tell it what scenario you're playing. I think it randomizes a chunk of it, but like instead of you setting up the board and saying like, oh yeah, this flashlight is going to be in the library and this journal will be here in the study or whatever, it'll just say like, you walk into this room and there is item whatever in this room, and like it randomizes locations of certain things, and it will randomly spawn enemies for you to fight or cause madness because it's in the Arkham horror world. And then you got other games that use tablets. Like there's actually one that uses tablet in a very unique way. I think it's called U-Boot. It's a cooperative game for up to 5 people, if memory serves me.
I was not on mute, was I?
What?
I was not on mute, was I?
No. But
Sorry.
that's all right. So it's a game called I think it's U-Boot. I think it's 5-player co-op. You're all people on a submarine, and there's a tablet app. Well, you could probably use a phone as well, but a tablet would definitely be best. An app that you can download, and the tablet or phone that you're using the app on becomes the periscope, and it gives you whatever it sees. It's basically augmented reality game. And then things actually like fire back at you, and there's a board that's a 3D board, basically like a Puzz 3D almost sort of setup, so you can see all different decks on the submarine that you have to get to if there's like fires, or if your hull is breached and there's water filling somewhere, you have to like move over there and fix it. Somehow this game works in real time. I don't know. I haven't played it. It sounded very interesting, but I don't have people who would like playing a game like that. So yeah, apps are another big thing in games. Rainbow Six Siege, I pre-ordered that on Kickstarter. Backed that on Kickstarter for a lot of money.
How much money they asked
really
for that?
Looking forward to that. What?
How much money they asked for that?
I don't remember what the base was, because I was like, I want this. I want all of it. Give. So I have the game and year 1 through 5 expansions and a bunch of other special stuff. And I spent like $360 on it.
Oh, wow.
But that game is getting very good reviews. People are likening it to speed chess with guns. And that has an app that basically functions like a chess clock, but also plays like tense music. I'm guessing like ripped from Rainbow Six Siege. This is an official Ubisoft game. Or at least, they gave the go-ahead.
I don't think Ubisoft would be backing that thing if it's a Kickstarter, right?
What do you mean?
Like, Ubisoft, I guess, is not funding anything for that board game. That's why it's on Kickstarter.
Yeah, they're probably not like funding it, but they gave the rights over because everything.
Right.
all the operators look exactly like they would.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that, yeah. It's actually, the mini detail is pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, because that one is, from what I hear, you can kind of control like how much time you have in a turn, but the people who have played it are like about a minute is good. So you have a minute to take your entire turn with an operator, and you can only pause the timer if you're gonna try to shoot something, because then you have to check for like line of sight and other stuff. But that's it, and people are saying that they love the game because of how quick you have to be, and you can't sit there like in a chess game and analyze what the best move is. You just have to act and hope that it works out in the end.
Interesting. Well, let us know how you like that. Obviously, it's not going to be your next review, but yeah, let us know how you like that.
No, unfortunately, I don't have that yet.
When is that slated to come out?
Well, since a lot of factors came into play with shipping and production in general with COVID, it was supposed to be around now that they were going to start shipping, but I'm guessing it's going to be delayed until like spring, maybe. So we'll see. But soon I should get the other game I kickstarted, which was Flamecraft, and if I get that, I'll have a review for that. That one should be interesting. Worker placement game with dragons. Basically, the general premise is there's little, like, almost not exactly like chibi dragons, but like they're tiny dragons. They're not like, your big fire breathing dragons you would see in like Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that. They're little guys that are the artisans in this town. So there's like bakers, there's metal workers, lumber, carpenters. That's the word. Stuff like that, and it's some sort of worker placement game where you try to have like the most efficient crew. Supposedly very good.
Cool.
People who've already gotten their copies have reviewed it pretty high.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, Kevin, thank you as always for your board game review of the week, and we'll hear what you're going to review next week. You have any hints to tell us? Oh, Undaunted. Okay, there you go.
So yeah, I'm just reminding what I actually reviewed. Undaunted. The whole series, very good, from Osprey Games, being made by the same people all the way through.
Nice, awesome.
Don't even have to worry about quality. It's the same people working on every single expansion.
Alrighty.
Let's see. So next week, I don't know. Man, what the hell do we want to talk about next week? What kind of game do people want me to talk about? I got games of all genres. Give me some.
Got any horror board games? Like another horror one?
Did I do Arkham Horror, the card game, yet?
I don't recall. Adam?
I feel like you should be keeping track of your topic here.
I should be, but I'm not.
Adam's got the best memory out of all of us.
Well, I'm not keeping track of this because remember I told you should be writing these down and then rating them and then putting them in order of the greatest board game. I told you that not only to keep track for a fun little game, but to keep track so you don't repeat. I'm not keeping track of these. I don't even know what you just talked about now. I'm doing something else. I'm busy.
You know what? I may have done that. I'll go back through the podcast. I know a horror game I haven't done. Next week, The Night Cage. Fantastic cooperative horror game. This will be fun.
I like that. That sounds like you're gonna read a spooky story to us or a podcast or something. Night Cage.
Yeah, a little preview. Y'all are in this just pitch black dark. You all have candles. You can only see one space north, south, west, and east of you on the board. Get out.
I like that idea. Yeah. That's cool.
Little sneak peek.
That sounds cool.
It's a very fun game.
I'm looking forward to that one. All right.
I haven't even played the advanced rules yet. Oh my god. It's frightening just thinking about what you have to do in the advanced game.
Oh boy. Well, with that, Adam, I believe it's your turn.
I didn't play any board games, so I guess I'll just review Monopoly, I guess. It's pretty good. You go past go, you get $200. You know, I don't know if you guys play with the rule where you're in jail, you can't collect money. I don't, because it's a stupid rule, because people in jail can still make money. So.
That's right.
That's true.
Do you play the free parking jackpot rule?
It depends with the people. I'm all about that rule. I like that rule. I think it's fun. Some people are like, no, that's stupid. They still lose to me. So like,
well,
I've never lost Monopoly except the digital version to Genesis.
Oh, okay.
Because I killed his wife, and she gave all of his properties to Genesis before she died.
Oh, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, this sucks.
What,
this is why I don't like playing games with them. They pick each other. Like, even when their shit's like not that funny in Jackbox. It's like, why are you picking it? It's like, just because you know it's your husband, don't pick it. And then fucking sunshine and clouds, I'm pissed.
Yeah. I don't like it when couples do that as well.
It's annoying. Kevin, if we were playing, I expect you to pick what's funny and then downvote Marie's trash. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, get out of here. Yeah. Except, you got inside jokes with Marie. So.
Sure. But usually
I'm funnier,
isn't like an extra thing.
I'm legally funnier than everyone here. I just want everyone to know.
Wow.
Legally. I looked at the laws. I read the crimes. That's what I was doing while you were talking. I was reading the rules. And I'm legally funnier than everyone. Except Desinoto. He might be funnier.
Wow.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway, anybody
see his reaction?
Likes,
hysterical.
Yeah. Anybody who likes Monopoly out there, if you have a chance to play Fortune Street and you're okay with a little bit more rule set, real good game. A lot more skill involved in Monopoly, but very similar concept.
Cool. Alrighty.
There was one that came out for Wii, I think. Yeah. I have one. I'm pretty sure it's Wii. But, yeah.
Adam?
Continuous math.
Sorry, I was responding to, Castellum? Ah, crap, it's close.
You almost had it.
I almost. He was talking about, we'll get to it. He was talking about a trailer he watched, and he's like, what's still unseen in the game? And I was like, since it's a 3-minute trailer and a 20-hour game, I would guess a lot. Fucking idiot. I hate when people say that shit. Oh, they're gonna ruin everything. Yeah, okay. Like, come on, get out of here. The only thing that can do that is a movie trailer. A game trailer can't really spoil too much.
Nah.
I mean, they have, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean.
I mean, listen, I've watched Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers and it hasn't spoiled everything because I still was shocked at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're talking about, we're first going to do the Ubisoft Forward one, but we're going to kind of get through this real quick, because none of us here really care about half the things that were at Ubisoft Forward. Also, shout out to, this one is called Ginks Esports TV. It's ginks.tv. I didn't take notes because I just didn't feel like it. I think it would be worth it. For this one or the Nintendo one. I was at work for the Nintendo one. I just listened to that one. But every site that says everything announced at the, like, whatever showcase, they don't put them in order, and they literally just put, like, the biggest things and, like, leave every small thing off. And it's so annoying. And I hate it so much. Like, IGN will be like, everything announced at Nintendo's Direct, and they have 4 things. And it's like, no, you do wrong. You bad.
You do wrong.
You do wrong. Anyways, this is the Ubisoft Forward that was on Saturday. It opened with Skull and Bones. That's it. I'm not giving any more details because it's just not worth it. Because it looks literally exactly like it, and it's coming out November 8th, one day before God of War Ragnarok and Sonic. And also confirmed to be a $70 game when it looks like it should be free to play. And you can't even get off the boat except in certain areas. Like, how is this a pirate game?
I would be surprised if that game sells more than 100,000 copies around the world.
If people wanted, I would be too. People wanted a pirate game like Assassin's Creed 4. I know we have people here who aren't fans of that. They wanted an expanded upon version of a Pirates game of Assassin's Creed 4. And they removed the feature of boarding the ship. How? Why? How? I just, everything, oh my god, awful. Awful.
Right. I didn't want that, so.
Well, Kevin, do you want this?
No. Because I heard it, well, I don't know if it's still like open world or whatever the hell they said it was going to be. I wanted just like 10 on 10 or more naval battles.
I mean, that could still happen. You just got to find them in the open world.
No, just World of Tanks it, you know?
Interesting.
Well, World of Warships is more accurate, but yeah.
Alright, well.
World of Warships is boring as shit. That game is so boring compared to World of Tanks. But if you take it from modern ships and go to like old wooden vessels, you get more interesting. Then you gotta like actually keep track of the wind. You gotta like try to aim those cannonballs. It's not like a freaking modern day cannon where you just point and click and the thing's gonna go thousands upon thousands of kilometers. That's not true, but
also I want to point out, I know I praised this site, but they said Skull and Bones is one of the decade's most anticipated pirate open world games. Even if it was the only one, I would say that's false.
No,
I would say
it's still in this decade, right?
Yeah, but
that game was anticipated.
That one was anticipated, but then absolutely ridiculed and hated at launch. But then
sure, but
they fixed it and updated it, and they keep providing updates and stuff. And it has over 20 million people playing it, and it's a big game.
Yep.
It's got a lot of issues, and people were hoping that Skull and Bones would fix those, and Skull and Bones seems like an even barer bones version of Sea of Thieves. All right. Anyways,
so fun fact: if you just Google Skull and Bones, the sponsored shop results are quite interesting. You get the video game, but then you also get underwear. Very confusing.
That's interesting choice.
That is confusing, but all right. I have to look into that.
Anything
looks
else?
comfy. Floral.
What's the brand of the underwear?
Skull and Bones.
Oh, that would be why. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow, with leaving that key detail off, that made no sense, but now I completely understand. Both named Skull and Bones. All right. Anyways, the next game was called Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. We know about this. Still coming out the 20th of October. Still coming to Switch. The big thing they announced was in upcoming DLC, Rayman is going to get his own little adventure. Yeah. And that's it. Cool.
Right.
No, Rayman's gonna get his own adventure, like his own game, or he's gonna be...
Did you hear the words that just happened when I
said adventure?
I literally just said it's an upcoming DLC featuring... What has happened? He's getting his own game? DLC! He's going on a little adventure and some DLC. Oh, he's getting his own game? If that's what you're getting out of that, yeah, sure. Keep waiting for it, guy. Fucking, what the hell? Why am I even speaking? Were you distracted by something?
No.
Then what's your excuse? I need to know.
I mean, I figured out that the God of War controller is coming out on the 27th of September.
Spoilers for the rest of the show. Wow, jumping ahead too far. Anyways, Trackmania was then showed off. It's coming to consoles. It'll be crossplay across consoles, which is cool. It's coming to everything. And by everything, I literally mean everything. There's a Stadia, there's a Luna. Kevin's roommate just texted me, are you less fatty with the platy? Interesting. I am. Let me just respond to that real quick. I'm assuming she's watching your screen.
Yes, probably.
Not anymore. She was standing next to me. No, gone.
What a creeper.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm going to text her creeper. That's technically a Minecraft pun. Anyways, then it was Rainbow Six Mobile, and we're going to skip that because I don't want to hear Kevin yelling.
Why would I yell?
Kevin, It's Rainbow Six, and it's mobile.
I don't. Yeah. Why?
Yeah, see? You're already yelling. It's already getting louder.
What?
See? Look at that. What? There you go. And then the next thing was Tom Clancy's The Division Resurgence.
Jesus.
Never mind, we're skipping that. Kevin's about to yell. And then the next thing was Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland.
What? Wait, what? Hold on. What?
The Resurgence is a mobile game.
Oh, of course.
Heartland is a free-to-play multiplayer survival action shooter set in fictional rural community in Middle America.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the sequel to Division 2.
Words.
No. What? No, it's not technically a sequel. It's like a. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's not continuing anything. They didn't call it Division 3, so I don't know. Also, who cares?
Okay.
The next thing was Brawlhalla.
I forgot that was a Ubisoft title. I had no idea that was.
They accidentally put Brawlhalla. They forgot the L after the W. That's funny.
Well.
But this game keeps getting updated, and it's having a collaboration with Castlevania to bring the titular vampire hunter Simon Belmont and half vampire himself Alucard to Brawlhalla, coming out 19th of October. So if you're into Brawlhalla, what? No, it's not. October, Kevin.
I said tits out.
Oh, I thought you said it's out.
You said titular.
Kevin, those aren't related.
I know they're not, but they are now.
Kevin, what you're saying makes me just want to dance. I'm just kidding. Just Dance was the next thing. It's coming to the Series X, PS5, and it's coming to next gen and the Switch. It will feature a new dance-on-demand platform interfaces and online multiplayer features to make the game more fun. They had a little thing for it where it was 4 people dancing via Zoom, and I hated everything about it. But it didn't last long for me to get angry. So
I can finally verse you in a dance-off now?
No.
Because no. We can't dance to, I'm a Barbie girl or something, and have a dance-off. Yeah, see? And then you just have a dance-off, and whoever's the better man wins, which probably is going to be you. I mean, I'm out of shape.
Titular dance-off.
Yeah, the titular dance-off between the less fatty guy and the more fatty guy, which is me.
Tits out.
I'll tell you, there'll be some tits over there. I'll tell you what, it's not going to be any tits you want to look at.
Wow.
Mine are going to be just flapping all over the place.
All right, I'm glad you guys did that, because I had to find
away.
something.
Oh, she's been away.
Yeah, she's been away. You haven't heard... So she's been away for a bit.
She's just practicing for the Grudge 3,
Yeah.
If only.
She aced the audition. She was
right.
upside down crab walking pretty well.
So after all that Ubisoft Forward stuff, they were like, hey, let's go over to the Assassin's Creed showcase.
Assassin's Creed.
This was a showcase within a showcase. Christopher Nolan came in his pants.
What?
Inception. Anyways.
Misconception.
No. Stop it. So the Assassin's Creed showcase, it was hosted by Sean.
White.
Sean, the character Sean in the Assassin's Creed games. His name's Danny something. He was a great host. And then the community lady, Alice, who had hair like this one girl a friend of mine dated, who had a real fat ass, and she's now a marketing manager in some other place.
I love how the family
still a fat ass
has just gone down the drain.
No, we're done. The family friendly filter's off for this. Nobody should be. People should have been aware. Nintendo's not for family anymore.
Ass is fat.
Are you okay? What's happening? Why are you just repeating? Don't answer that. Anyways, for Assassin's Creed Showcase, they showed Assassin's Creed. I'm just going to go in order by year. So for 2022, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the last chapter, it's going to answer some questions from all the DLCs and some of the story that they never wrapped up. which is cool that they're still supporting this game. It's been some years. Can't wait to get that second season pass when it's real cheap. Sorry, Genesis. And then they showed Assassin's Creed Mirage. I know a couple of us want to speak on this. First, it's about Basim. It's 20 years before Valhalla. As you know, Basim is the reincarnation of Loki. I don't know if he knows that at the beginning of this game, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Also, spoilers for Valhalla, but I don't think anybody cares. But yeah, it takes place in Baghdad. It's supposed to be more like stealth action focused, like going back to its roots. It seems like Ubisoft kind of understands that there are fans of the older Assassin's Creeds as well as the mainline RPG games that they have. So they're not abandoning the RPG games, they're just kind of doing these little spin-off things, and we'll get into that. But I know Genesis and Desinoto especially, he seemed very excited by the trailer of this. I don't know if you want to speak on Mirage. That's all you got to say? It's pretty good? After all the shit you said in the chat? Freaking out like it was your fucking greatest day of your life?
It really reminded me of the first game. Like, a lot of references to
the Middle East?
The whole setting. Yeah.
The Middle East.
It reminded you of the first game because it took place in the general area. Okay, cool, great. Glad you Crazy Salahaddin. I hope that pops up.
Oh my God.
Remember those?
I remember those.
The outfits they were wearing too were very reminiscent of the very old assassin outfits that like Altair would wear and Ezio were wearing. Same like white color, very simple, nothing crazy really going on.
Yeah, this place takes place
like fucking Spartans or fucking Vikings.
Okay, all right, calm down. This takes place like 300 years before the first Assassin's Creed. So, yeah, it makes sense that it's like similar. Or is it like 200 years? I don't know. We figured out the timeline. It's too much. It's too much. But yeah, I thought it looked cool. It did remind me of the old ones too. Like I was hoping we would see a Assassin's Creed 1 remake, but I think this one actually will satiate that itch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe they won't actually.
We might see it afterwards, like how we saw the stuff come out for Valhalla, because they did say that AC1 remake is going to be part of the season pass for that game.
That's true. Yeah, that could be something they announce later. So I'm hopeful. I think this one looks good. My only issue with, most of the showcase, the Assassin's Creed one, we saw no gameplay. We saw a CGI trailer, and it looks good, but let me tell you, I haven't seen an Assassin's Creed CGI trailer that made me go, oh, that game looks like trash. Because even the new ones, they know how to make them. But then you look at the game and you're like, this isn't anything like what they showed. So good. Also, red smoke bombs, I hope those are in the game. Because it was in that trailer. That was awesome.
I did notice that too.
It's very confusing, but okay.
I know Genesis upset, not upset, but like confused by how do we have smoke bombs here and not in the other one, and but and then it also in that trailer it looks like he drops like a poison trip mine that kills somebody, and it's like we definitely didn't have that. And I'm like, well, technology can be lost and stuff, but we'll see. I'm excited, but I'm cautiously optimistic for Assassin's Creed Mirage. And then we get what's called, I'm just going to break it down by the foundation first. So the rumor of Infinity, that is supposed to be where it's like a hub where all these experiences will be, like, I guess, uploaded to, in a way. Mirage is not part of Infinity, but Codename Red is, and Codename Red is the next in the mainline RPG games. And it's set in feudal Japan. So this would be the next game after Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it's made by the Odyssey studio. Great, I'm glad we're finally going to Japan. I think Ghost of Tsushima will still feel like the most Assassin's Creed game in Japan, and this one will not feel like that unless you're talking about the modern Assassin's Creeds. So, excited for that in a way, because I loved Odyssey way more than Valhalla, and I trust them to make that game awesome as hell. But I know everyone here is not really into the mainline RPGs of Assassin's Creed. But anybody have any comment on this?
I was kind of wondering why they're doing both, like the RPG style and Mirage.
Oh,
if they want to cater to the fans, it's just
yeah, I know why. Because Assassin's Creed Valhalla sold gangbusters, and then they've been supporting it, and it's still selling gangbusters. And also their season passes and DLCs are selling gangbusters. So as much as we don't like it, they're making millions off of this. Tencent was like, yeah, we'll invest in you because you know what? You're making millions, and we want to help you make more millions, and we want to make millions. So, increasing their stake with 9% in the company now, acquiring 49.9% of the the Yves Guillemot family trust, or whatever the hell it was.
Hopefully they buy them out and run them out of business.
No, they can't. They can't buy any more for the next 8 years, and they can't sell their stock for 4 years. There's a whole thing. There's 10 cents. They'll just make money.
Yeah.
So run it into the ground.
Yeah. Anyways, Kevin, I'm assuming you have nothing to say about any of this so far.
Nope.
Cool. The next thing, part of the Infinity thing, is called Codename Hexe. Codename Hexe is people think it's part of the Roman times. It's about the witch trials. There's not much to it. It's also going to be part of that Infinity. But there's a little teaser. Again, no gameplay for any of these. But
they mentioned that's going to be part of the RPG or action adventure.
I think that's more action adventure, but there is no concrete details about it yet. We barely know anything about it, and after they showed the 15-second teaser, they're like, I can't wait to see what the fans break down. And the fans did break down. There's a 45-minute video on this Assassin's Creed YouTube channel that they break down all the the story elements and they just break down everything in Assassin's Creed, the lore. And they broke that down, and I watched 2 minutes of it, and I was like, all right, I don't care. I'm done. It was too much effort. And then something that poor little Genesis didn't want to show that he liked it a little bit. They announced that they're looking into possibly making multiplayer experiences for Assassin's Creed that will you can also access in Infinity. They also said they were standalone multiplayer experiences, so it won't be tied to another game, so it probably would be free to play. I know, Genesis, you were a big Assassin's Creed multiplayer fan back in the day.
You had a clan.
You had a clan. BB Murder Case, she was all about that.
We were the top 100. We ran the top 100.
Out of 100 clans, you were the top 100.
10 or something?
We were, yeah. I had members, including myself, who were in the top 10 of the world. The clan was in the top 20, I think. Overall, I think our clan rank was 14 or 13 or something like that. I don't know what it was. It's definitely more than 20. Yeah, I mean, as much as I would hate to admit this because I want to strangle them. I want to kill them in a non-physical way. In a video game aspect. Yeah. You know, I want to murder all their firstborn children in a video game aspect. You know.
All right, we're kind of getting crossing the line a little bit there, but anyways, back to the point you were making.
I would be down for a Assassin's Creed multiplayer if they brought it back somehow. That would be the first Assassin's Creed that I would probably look into playing years after I've played any Assassin's Creed.
All right.
I would actually be excited to play that.
The reason I'd be down to check that out with you, if I'm honest. Just because I played a little bit of the Assassin's Creed multiplayer, you know. Maybe we met each other back then, you know. We did a little bit, did a little killing. I was way worse at it than you. You killed me a lot. We played like a couple of years ago, it was a few years ago. It was a bit ago, and you murdered the shit out of me multiple times. I was like, "Where are you?" And then all of a sudden, there's a smoke bomb, and all of a sudden, there's a blade in my neck, and I'm like, "Oh, there you are. Okay, cool." Oh, good times, bad times, good times. But I like the idea of Infinity, as in, like, oh yeah, keep giving me like story missions or like keep updating the game I'm playing. Like, if you're telling me I can get a always progressing or like just constant fun assassination missions, hell yeah, I'm all about that. I love those. But also, people were worried about this because this seems like it's going to be its own thing, where if everything's in Infinity, you can buy a special outfit that'll carry through all 3 games or all 4 games that are in Infinity, which could turn into an NFT situation, which Ubisoft has been trying to get into. So hopefully that's not the case with this. But, alright, let's get to the worst news of this. Codename Jade is set in China. It's an Assassin's Creed game for mobile. I think that's all I have to say. I will probably try this. I am sorry. You're gonna too? You gonna play it? You gonna play it, Desinado?
No.
Kevin, what about you?
Oh, hell no.
I will see you all on the battle bus. And then they announced a Netflix partnership. I mean, this was already known, but they confirmed it again, where they're making another Assassin's Creed, like, live action thing, TV show, movie, whatever it is. They also have some games coming exclusively to them, but they're old games, and it's launching on their platform, and that's the end of... Oh, and then the Assassin's Creed showcase ended, and they transferred back to the Ubisoft Forward showcase, which then ended. And they were like, all right, that ended. All right, welcome back. All right, this is over. And then that ended. It was like, why? What was the point? Why didn't you just... It was stupid. It was really dumb. Overall, I think it was an okay show. Went a little bit longer, but I mean, I'm sorry, but I like Assassin's Creed. I like the lore. I like history. I think it's fun. I like how, for the first time in a long time, the franchise is moving in a direction where I go, hey, okay. Like, this is the first time where I'm not like, who the hell is steering this? I feel like they actually have an idea of where they want to go with Assassin's Creed. And I think that's fun. Also, Assassin's Creed Mirage, no present day stuff. They confirmed that, so you don't have to deal with any of that crap. So, yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I'm also cautiously optimistic about Mirage. It's made me feel many different ways. Looking at, I think it's similar to what Desinado said. It makes me think of the first couple of... yes, it also makes me feel dehydrated because you're in the sand.
Very interesting.
But
confused?
Looking at the trailer, it makes me remember the first 2 Assassin's Creed trailers, Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, the CGI trailers. Again, I hate this franchise. I despise it, and this is coming from somebody who used to love it so much. Adam knows how much I love this franchise.
I do.
He and I just would fangasm at the newest Assassin's Creed. So, I hate it. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm not saying at all that I'm going to buy it. I'll see what gameplay looks like, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. All right, moving on. Shout out to TechRaptor.net. This is where I'm getting the Nintendo Direct news from. Even though I did listen to it, this is just so I can have a more concise list to read it out. Oh my god, there's so many ads on this site. Never mind. No, don't go to this site.
Take that shot in the back. Tech Raptor, you suck.
Oh no, actually it's okay. It's good. It's there's a lot of ads, but at the same, hey, make that money.
Take back. Tech Raptor, you're cool.
Oh, it's advertising the shoes I bought. Nice, cool, thanks. I already bought them, so I don't know why it's advertising. Cookies.
Tech Raptor, you're stealing information.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. First thing they showed was Yep. First thing they showed was Fire Emblem Engage. The main character awakens after 1,000 years of sleep. I don't know how that happens. They should be dead. I'm skipping
a long
this.
time to sleep.
It's coming out January 20th, 2023. So that's gonna be fighting again.
It's a futuristic game?
Well, I mean, unless you died in the year 1000, yeah, I guess. And it's Fire Emblem. Who knows?
Oh, Fire Emblem has always been like fantasy medieval, but like you've been sleeping for 1,000 years.
Hey, Kevin, since it's a fantasy, it'd still be medieval. 1,000 years past, still medieval. You know what I mean?
I guess.
But an expanded free roam system. I would say there's a screenshot, but it's just a trailer for The Last of Us Part 1. So. But yeah, January 20th. Then they announced It Takes Two is coming to the Nintendo Switch later this year. A little close to the end of the year. But what? 3 years, 4 years?
4 years since it came out.
It Takes Two?
Yeah, it's been 4 years since it came out.
Didn't it come out last year?
No.
I don't know. It won a bunch of awards. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it won a bunch of awards last year.
Maybe.
Yeah, March 25th, 2021.
Oh.
The hell?
That's impossible.
No, because it won at the Game Awards last year.
Oh.
Remember, because I called that one, I said it was going to win, and you guys were like, it ain't going to win. And I was like, enough people liked it.
A Way Out. I was thinking of A Way Out. Never mind, I'm stupid.
A Way Out. Yeah, A Way Out came, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. That's a hottie minute. But It Takes Two, you play multiplayer locally on one Switch or across different systems through local or online play. So, very excited.
Oh, man.
The next game, I know Genesis is pretty hyped about because it's also coming to the PlayStations. Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. It revolves around a young abandoned child visiting a hospital to rediscover her memories. It's coming in early 2023 and is the first time this game has arrived in the West.
Yeah, you couldn't buy this game at all. On the Wii, we had to get the Japanese version of it, which some fans had translated to English and given us English subtitles. That is the only way, and the first time I was introduced to that franchise. That is what drew me into Fatal Frame. That was a great horror game. I cannot wait to play that on PS5.
Alright, so Destinoto, you seem to have a lot of the same memories and emotions as Genesis. Are you excited for this?
I didn't really play them myself. I'm pretty sure I would watch Genesis play sometimes, but I didn't really play too much of the games myself.
Okay.
But we do have the 2 and 3 on PS2. And I didn't buy the most recent one, actually, but I think Genesis did on the store.
I did.
You did.
I need to go back and finish that one.
Yeah, you do. Alright, Kevin, do you have any interest in Fatal Frame?
I might. It's been a hot minute since I played Fatal Frame. I played the first one.
First one was probably the worst one.
About halfway through the first one, I think it was. Yeah, the first one's not great because I watched Dan's Gaming multiple different horror months play through Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, I think was the title of it.
2 was the pinnacle of the franchise.
Yeah, that game's real good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, if somebody just plays it, I'd watch it. I don't know that I'd buy it. I would definitely watch it. I'd be down for it.
Alright, well, when Genesis gets it, tune in.
Yeah.
All right, then the next thing was Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass Wave 2. A bunch of stuff coming. Challenge battles, stronger enemies will give you special outfits and better accessories. Later heroes and
additions.
additions.
Come out last month?
It comes out October 13th. Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
Yeah, the game.
And I thought it was, I think it was June it came out.
Okay.
Did it come out in June?
Quick.
Yeah.
Definitely recent.
It was recent.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star.
Can't wait for that one.
It's a fitness game. What a shock. In which you'll train alongside the cast of Fist of the North Star. I have no idea what that is. Comes with an exercise mode and a battle mode, and it's coming to the Switch in March. So get excited. The next game is Oddballers. It's a hilariously hard-hitting party game based on dodgeball, which is great. Love me some dodgeball. I think we all love some dodgeball back in the day. And hits the Switch early next year, and you can play up to 6 friends in either local or online play. And how it works locally, I have no idea. I didn't even know you could connect more than 4 Switch controllers to a Switch. So I'm a little confused on that, but... Anybody have anything about any of these so far? No? Good. Cool. Tunic is coming into Nintendo Switch. That was on
hard
Xbox.
as shit. Oh my god.
Kevin, in the reviews, I told you that it was hard, and you're like, yeah, well, they said that about Returnal, and then he played that, and he played it for about, 3 hours? And you were like, the game sucks. Too hard. I'm a little baby boy. That's what you said. I was like, Kevin, what did you say? And you're like, I'm a little baby boy. Wah, wah, wah. And unfortunately, Genesis' daughter actually couldn't be here tonight, so Kevin was the one making those sounds earlier, because he's a little baby boy.
Yeah.
But it hits the Switch on September 27th. By hitting the Switch, it means when you play it, you will get so angry you will hit your Switch.
That's right.
And then I know Kevin's excited for this. I texted him about this. Front Mission 1 Remake and Front Mission 2 Remake are they're reworks of the 2 classic mech-based strategy games coming to the Switch. The first one hits the Switch this November, and the second one is coming next year. And then in the future, Front Mission 3 Remake is also coming to the Switch.
These games were so good. Oh, I can't wait to see what they change with the remakes, because there's definitely room to improve upon. Especially Front Mission 1, because that series went some places after the first game. They started realizing how they could make it better and more, I don't know, easy to get into, I guess. Front Mission 1 was hard. But this game is so good. Combat in any game does not compare to combat in Front Mission.
Okay.
Is it turn-based combat?
So it's a turn-based strategy game. Functions very similarly to a Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem or something like that. However, when you select I want to attack this thing, you're not just I'm going to swing my sword once, or I'm going to shoot this gun once. No. If you decide I want to attack this thing with this machine gun, you fire 15 shots, and they're either going to hit something or they're going to miss. And if they hit something, they can hit both shoulders, both arms, both legs, the torso, or the head. It's crazy, and every part of each mech has a different hit point value. And if you blow off arms, the arm and whatever weapon was on it are gone. If there was a shoulder-mounted weapon, that's gone. If you blow off legs, you can either cut movement in half or incapacitate a mech entirely. But they could still shoot depending on what weapons they have. Oh, it's nuts. It's bonkers. I love the game. It's so good.
I like to have my legs blown off.
I bet you would.
All right. All right. Thank you for your input, Kevin, and thank you for your response, Lieutenant Dan. The next thing was Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. You probably know it as Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, when it originally launched for GameCube and the PS2. You'll be able to explore the valley, befriend locals, tend to your farm, potentially even meet new partners. For all you youngins out there, this is what Stardew was inspired by. So go ahead and look into that. Real quick, just gonna just go to. You're gonna understand after I read this what I mean by this. Desunoto, funny guy, funniest guy in the room legally. He shared a tweet and it said, "Nintendo Direct be like." This is by Circle Tunes HD. In the 37th anime RPG farming sim, you'll meet friends, fight foes, and grow vegetables. Because a lot of the games I'm about to read are literally this. Like, it's almost hysterical if it weren't so like, oh my god, what's happening? But there's a couple in here that aren't. First thing, Splatoon 3 got some DLC stuff. Post-launch Splatfest, the theme will be what would you bring to a deserted island? Gear, grub, or fun? A lot of people chose Jeff Grubb, even though they were talking about food. But yeah, it's going on September 23rd through the 25th. And then they're just saying be excited for more. And then Octopath Traveler 2 is coming. New sequel will follow eight brand new characters, including a scholar, a merchant, a dancer, as well as a thief, a cleric, a hunter, and apothecary. Fun fact, Kevin is all of those things, so they could have just made a game about one character. But their loss.
Did Octopath Traveler 1 come out on any other console besides the Switch?
No, I think it's a Nintendo Studio.
This 3DS? Is coming out on this is coming out on PlayStation consoles.
Octopath Traveler 2?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow, okay. The first one, look up the first one. Came out in 2018, I wonder.
I got you.
But it's coming out February 24th. So everybody get your Metacritic scores ready for next year.
Just Switch.
Weird. It's like
digitally Steam. Sorry, digitally Steam. No, hold on. I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Digitally Steam.
Digitally Steam.
No, hold on. Wait.
Is that why Steam engine trains don't work anymore? The Steam went digital?
Octopath Travel came out on computer, Switch, and Stadia.
Did you say computer?
Hold on.
Yeah, computer.
Hold on.
Wild.
If Steam went digital, what happened?
Kevin, no, don't think about it. We don't have time.
And Octopath Traveler 2 is coming to PlayStation 4, PS5, and Switch.
Well, you know what? Maybe they'll bring the first one eventually over, or Nintendo owns the publishing rights to that. I don't know. Interesting. All right. The next game, Fae Farm. Fae Farm is a new life sim from Phoenix Lab. It's got strong Hoko life vibes, allowing you to create a farm. Yeah, I don't know. Hokko or Hako. I don't know. Allowing you to create a farm, befriend townsfolk, and battle enemies in action RPG combat. So this is literally what that joke tweet was about. This is the second game to do this. Kind of neat. And then the next one is... What's going on? You washing some strawberries?
I'm not.
No, get some water.
Interesting. Oh, Kevin, that was you?
It was.
Oh, I would have never guessed a fruit if I knew it was you. I would have said, oh, your spleen ruptured finally?
Yeah.
Did you fall on a steak knife and rupture your bladder? Any other guess? No strawberries. You saw a strawberry and your head exploded and that was the blood leaking out of your ears?
Ooh, hot take.
And you were like, ooh, I bet I can cook this. The next thing... What? The next thing was Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. It's a new rhythm action Final Fantasy game that features a greatest hits catalog of Final Fantasy music, including notable tracks like One Winged Angel. The game supports multiplayer, but otherwise is pretty similar to past games. This one's coming on February 16th, my mom's birthday. Go ahead and use that to hack her accounts. And more DLC will be released for Saga, Nier, Octopath Traveler, Live Alive or Live Alive, no idea, and other franchise for a total of 90 extra songs. I think in total there's like 330 songs or something like that. There's also going to be a season pass with an additional 27 songs you can't get otherwise.
I don't know.
It's too many.
I tuned in to this. And I was like, what the hell? And just turned it back off.
And then the next thing they showed was a VGA 90 Pokemon Red NTSC sealed graded game 1998 Nintendo Game Boy uncirculated for $6,866. Oh, I'm sorry, I just read a link that Desinoto sent instead of listening. The next thing they showed was Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So we saw this again. Yeah, what? What? Were you kidding when you said that just now, or?
I was kidding.
Oh, okay, good. I gotta be honest. There was a moment where I was like, is freedom worth not running to your home and killing you? And for a second, I thought about it. But anyways, so they showed this, somehow still coming out October 20th. I'm glad they confirmed that, because after Saturday I was getting a little iffy. I was like, ooh, is this coming out still? So, yeah. There's also a gold edition, and then the site wraps this up perfectly by saying there's also a gold edition, because of course there is, and it's got weapon skins and other extras. Good times. Rune Factory 3 special and new Rune Factory announcement. Rune Factory 3 is coming back on Nintendo Switch in the form of Rune Factory 3 Special. It's a classic farm sim. It lets you do all the usual farm sim stuff. You can fish, chat to locals, and transform into a monster. We're blurring the lines, baby.
Typical.
We're blurring the lines. Kevin, you were born a monster.
I was.
And then new games coming to Nintendo 64 Online. So some N64 games coming to the Switch's online expansion pack are Pilot Wing 64, Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, Pokemon Stadium and its follow-up, 1080 Snowboarding, and its Excite Bike 64 are all coming to the Switch online expansion pack.
I gotta say Mario Party 1, 2, 3. Mario Party 2 was crazy.
Kevin, Excite Bike's great. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
All those other games were like top notch, but then I don't know what that was.
I played the hell out of Excite Bike and Animal Crossing for the GameCube because it was one of the games you could play. And I literally spent hours just playing Excite Bike, and I was like, yeah, that's great.
Snowboarding is underrated. That game is fantastic.
Well, Kevin, it won't be underrated anymore. Now everyone who owns a Switch will have it, so 100 billion members. Well, everyone who has that expansion pack. Yeah, it's still going to be underrated. Also, GoldenEye. Yep, that GoldenEye. It's finally happening. Rare's classic N64 FPS is coming to Switch. Online expansion, and it's also got online play, which is super exciting. Other news. So Rare is owned by Microsoft now. So this is also coming to the Xbox consoles. It's also coming to Game Pass, 4K 60. No multiplayer. The multiplayer is exclusive to the Switch version. In what world does this make sense? In what world, Kevin?
In the world.
Okay, there we go.
In the world where you play on 10 frames a second and enjoy that and love to just beat yourself with a paddle.
Hey, don't. Hey, no spoilers. We're gonna jump into a game where the frames were literally about 10 per second. If you were watching the direct, where it was like, why would you even put this out? But we'll get there. The next one,
I don't know what it is. So
is Various Daylife. Various Daylife is an immersive RPG from Square Enix where you can perform more than 100 types of daily tasks to build character and befriend the locals. Don't worry, guys. I'm pretty sure this one also includes farming. So, very exciting.
And befriending locals.
Yeah, no monster turning. What is this, 4? Is this 4 now? Is this the 4th farming sim coming to...
Yeah,
okay. Then Factorio. Factorio is coming to Switch. You got to build a new rocket to get back to your planet. It's a classic factory sim, so make sure to check it out if you're a huge management sim nerd. I'm going to check it out. It's coming out October 28th. And then the horror title IB or IB comes to the Switch. Remember the RPG Maker horror game IB? It's coming to Nintendo Switch. If you like creepy walking sim style horror titles, With a little extra puzzling, you'll probably love this one. It's coming to Switch in spring next year. A little late, should have come out in the Halloween time, but whatever.
They should hire you to talk during these like directs. Like you should be the one.
Hey guys, it's me. Hey, the next game is Mario Strikers Battle League. It's getting some new characters. Pauline is a physical powerhouse, and Diddy Kong is a midfield speedster with an emphasis on technique and accuracy. More gear and an extra stadium are also coming. This update launches later this month. I don't know why they wouldn't give a date, since there's like 21 days left in the month, or 20 days, or 19, 18, I don't know, I don't math.
Who's Pauline?
Pauline, from the Mario universe.
Yeah, Mario Galaxy Princess?
Yeah, I think Galaxy.
That's Rosalina.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I don't know who Pauline is.
Pauline is Pauline in the Mario universe.
Okay, and then
why is
Diddy Kong actually now being...
Oh, she's Odyssey. She's the singer. The one in the red. That's thick.
Okay.
She's going to play soccer?
Yeah, I'm assuming she's now wearing the same dress and singing. Yeah, what are you trying to say?
She's going to get broken. Bowser's gonna come through and he's gonna fucking step on that bitch and she's gonna
No. He's gonna see her and he's gonna like turn away and like crouch down because he has a boner and he's trying to hide it.
Then Donkey Kong's gonna come by and then he's gonna fucking rape the shit out of her.
Oh my God! No! Too far, man. Too far. Oh my God! I was about to make a Bowsette joke, and we're moving on. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't. That was fucked up. I don't even like that. Not even in our personal lives would I find that funny. Anyways, the next one is Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key. No, I didn't just have a stroke. That is a title. The title I just said is repeated in the sentence. Title. Yeah. It's an RPG in the Atelier Ryza series. There's a huge world to explore and can do everything from soaring through the skies to leaping up waterfalls. I don't think that's physically possible, but you do you, game.
Donkey Kong in this game?
It doesn't sound like Donkey Kong's in this game. What a dumb question to ask. It's coming out to Switch on February 24th. And then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition DLC Wave 3 was teased. Jesus Christ, mouthfuls. Oh my God.
Wave 3 out of 28?
No, Wave 3 out of 8 or 6? I don't remember. Mary Mountain from Mario Kart Tour and Peach Gardens, that sounds dirty, from Mario Kart DS. The third wave is coming to Switch this holiday if you got an expansion pass. Switch Online membership. It's also yours at no extra cost if you have that.
Pauline joining this round?
Pauline probably already in Mario Kart 8, and if she's not, I don't give a fuck. Come at me, Mario. The thing about this was originally supposed to come out this fall. They've delayed it to holiday now. What's going on here? Why do you keep sending links? You know, there's a Destinoto keeps sending links about Pokemon and shit. And you know, you can just message yourself on Telegram. You can save messages now, so you don't have to send it to us just so you can look at it later to jerk off to expensive Pokemon cards or whatever. Anyways.
Too far.
Hey, ain't no going as far as what Genesis did like 2 minutes ago. Nintendo Switch Sports. No. Not that one. You know what you did. Nintendo Switch Sports Golf update has been delayed. The free update will add golf as a sport. It includes 21 holes, just like that rape scene, from the Wii Sports series, and you can either play them locally or alongside up to 7 other players in survival golf. Players with the most strokes will be out. That's what she said. This update isn't coming this fall anymore. It's planned for this holiday, so you'll need to wait a bit longer for it as well.
Why are there 21 holes?
Kevin?
In what world does a golf course have 21 holes?
Kevin, these people are Japanese. They want to put more holes. They want to decrease the age and just make them 1,000 years old but look like a child. They can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of squid kids over there. The Mario movie, Pikmin Bloom, and Pikmin 4 news from Miyamoto. Miyamoto popped up and he was like, "Hey guys, it's me. Hollywood's real happy with the Mario movie." And Chris Pratt unfortunately did not show up. A lot of memes in the comments. Hey, what did I say? About sending links. What is this eBay? I've never heard of this. And then they showed off Pikmin.
Ebony?
Ivory. They showed off Pikmin, the mobile game, Pikmin Bloom. It's been out, I think, for a while. Nobody cares about it. Then they teased Pikmin 4, and they're like, hey, we're making Pikmin 4. Which is real funny, because we just joked about how the one guy said, Pikmin 4 is almost done. And he said that quote like 4 years ago, and then there was no follow-up.
Yep.
So they're now making Pikmin 4.
Correct. And then in the second repeat from the Ubisoft showcase, Just Dance 2023 was here.
What's happening right now?
It sounds like somebody's opening a pack of raisins to suckle upon until they feel the glorious release of their cum. So Just Dance 2023 is showing off. Not too much here. There's new modes, content added through its lifespan, with Ubisoft wanting to create a never-ending dance platform, which is what killed all those people in that dancing craze in like the 1600s. Harvestella shows off more farming. Get excited. Number 5, here we go. Number 5, I don't want to be alive. So this is another Square Enix farming RPG. The season of death is encroaching, threatening to destroy the world. You must travel to find a way to put an end to it. And to do so, you'll learn skills from allies and team up with them to do battle with tough enemies. A Harvestella demo is coming to Switch later today, so at this point, it's already there. So you can transfer your progress to the full game. It's coming November 4th. The actual game. Might have to put this one on the Metacritic, but at the same time, there's too many fucking farming games, so I don't think we will.
I opened a bag of cheese.
Oh, is that what that was? What kind of cheese?
Mm-hmm. Mozzarella cheese.
Okay. Shredded?
Yeah.
Now, you're not putting it in a cup, you're just eating it straight out of the bag?
You got it.
Gotta be honest, I love doing that, but also if you just fill a cup, it's way easier to tilt it back like you're drinking. You look like a normal man. Instead of being a little bag monster, you know? You look with cheese going off from the ends, and all of a sudden you're playing with your daughter, and you're like, what the hell? How did she get so fat? It's because she's been eating all of Daddy's leftover cheese. Don't take that weird. Don't take that weird, Kevin. So Bayonetta 3 gives story context. Bayonetta 3 is up next, and we get a fresh look at its gameplay and story. Bayonetta's been revived after 500 years. Nice. She's of age. Man-made bioweapons, she's just as stylish as ever, of course, but now she'll need to protect the world instead of looking out for numero uno.
For some reason, she needs to protect the world.
Yeah, because she has hair and she's sexy. Unless you turn on the filter, and then she's not as sexy, but she's still sexy. Returning characters include Luca and Jean. I don't know how the fuck they're back since it's been 500 years, and I don't think they were put on ice, but whatever. And a new ally, Viola, probably not the same woman who plays Amanda Waller in the Suicide Squad, but I'm sure she's cool. And they're battling the homunculi, which was a video I used to watch on YouTube where this guy would create homunculi, but they were clearly fake. And then...
What about humping monkeys?
Yeah, not about that. It's coming out October 28th, so get excited. I know Desinota's already lubing up his penis to watch and play that game. Danganronpa, or Danganronpa, I don't know how to pronounce that. Creators show off Master Detective Archive Raincoat. It's not another Danganronpa game. They got a new game. You'll play as Yuma and Shinigami, an investigator and spirit who must investigate crime scenes and discover the truth behind various crimes.
I'm gonna investigate Pauline.
There's sort of a pseudo-combat element where you'll need to avoid falsehoods. So this basically, by this description, it's basically a mix of that shitty game that everybody was excited for, but the Press X to Doubt meme, I can't think of the name, who cares? And then the L.A. Noire, how could I forget? Yeah, L.A. Noire, and that one with Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe.
Heavy Rain.
No.
What? Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. Sounds like a mix of that. Can't wait. And then everyone's excited because Resident Evil's growing. Resident Evil Village Cloud Edition, not related to Final Fantasy. It just can't run on the Switch. Coming out. It's coming out October 28th. The Winter Expansion DLC is also coming to the cloud version on December 2nd.
Wow.
And then Resident Evil 7. Yeah, but don't worry about that. Resident Evil 7, 2 Remake, and 3 Remake are also coming to Switch via cloud this year.
How do these cloud games work? These things must look like shit.
They rain down on you.
Yeah, Kevin nailed it. He's the tech guy of the podcast. We got the tech guy, we got the funny guy, and Genesis, what are you, the Assassin's Creed hating guy?
Yeah, the guy who also crosses the line quite a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that line. And then, in my reference to frames, Sifu is coming to Switch, and it looked like trash, because it literally ran at about 10, 15 frames per second, and it was horrible. Do you watch this, Desunoto?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that was not good.
It's coming out November 8th, and every reaction I saw to Sifu coming to Switch was, why did they show this? It looks so busted. So hopefully it runs better by the time it comes out, or hopefully they get those things fixed, but we'll see. Then they showed Crisis Core. The Final Fantasy VII reunion tells the story of Zack Fair, Cloud, and Sephiroth when it lands on a Nintendo Switch. Got enhanced graphics, an updated combat system, and new music. Follow Zack's story on December 13th. I know Genesis is excited for this, but not on the Switch.
Already pre-ordered that.
I already pre-ordered, but not for the Switch. Let's remind people that he did not pre-order it for the Switch.
I don't advocate for Switch. I advocate for
PS5.
No.
Oh, okay. I really thought you were going to say something else.
Well, what was I going to say?
No. It doesn't matter. Endless Dungeon is a roguelike robot dungeon crawler coming to Switch. It's set in the same universe of Endless Legend. It tasks you with exploring a series of dungeons, battling waves of enemies, and unlocking new gear and weapons to take on your foes. It's coming to Switch next year. Good hype. I know Kevin's excited because he just prayed to his God for it to come out quicker.
Praise to Daddy.
It was a good awkward silence. It was a good awkward silence broken by the daddy.
My ass.
All right. And then Tales of Symphonia Remastered, the best Tales game, is coming to Switch. It revolves around Lloyd and Colette, who must climb the Tower of Salvation to put a stop to monstrous invasion. Coming to 2023. Also coming to every console. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe releasing for Switch. Kirby just keeps sucking all them things down. Originally released on the Wii back in 2011.
Sounds like what Paul
it's coming in. It's got local play, and I'm not going to stop talking, so you guys better shut your fucking holes. Also, everyone can play as Kirby, so nobody has to be a Waddle Dee. That's good, because Waddles are fucking shit. This remaster is all coming with a collection of mini-games and new sub-mini games returning, like Samurai Kirby. Get excited, more Samurai games coming, especially Kirby, so you can slash and suck. It's coming to Switch on February 24th. Breath of the Wild 2, new footage shown and title revealed. We now know why this wasn't streamed in the UK. It's because it's called Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's because they killed the fucking queen. Fucking Link went around just slashing that bitch down, and he's not done. He's gonna kill the pedophile, and he's gonna kill all the races. He's gonna kill all of them. Fuck the monarchy. Everyone, also in Britain, sorry for your loss. This one's launching on May 12th. We finally got a date. Get excited. Hopefully it doesn't move. Haha. I don't think it will, though. And that's about it. It showed like him diving from the sky to the ground and climbing rapidly, and by rapidly I mean slightly faster than Breath of the Wild. There was some hitting with the weapons, and it didn't look like the weapons were degrading, but also you can't really confirm anything by this little snippet. And then they said there would be a longer trailer, but I didn't check that out, and I don't give a fuck, and I don't think anybody here gives a fuck, because Zelda is not for us. Any questions? Comments? Concerns?
Can you narrate my life?
Kevin, no. Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
Mayonnaise tastes good.
Are you eating it with the cheese, or?
I'm just eating mayonnaise with a spoon.
What happened to the cheese? Did you wash out your mouth before you switched to mayonnaise, or?
No.
Yeah, with the mayonnaise.
Also, what do you shit? Like, what does your shit look like after eating cheese and mayonnaise?
Generally, like...
Desunoto was like, I don't want to hear his shit being described. Desunoto just dipped, straight up dipped.
Generally, it's like brown and sometimes red and sometimes black.
Why would it be red?
I don't know. I've asked myself that question as well.
Usually it's just black. I feel like you said red and then corrected yourself, realizing that it would be black if it was bloody, if you were making that joke.
No, it's red.
Kevin, any follow-up questions about that or comments, concerns?
No, I'm good.
All right.
What's the title called again? It's Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?
Uh-huh.
Why the hell do they name it Tears of the Kingdom?
Because the queen died.
Zelda's probably gonna die. She's old.
No, she's not.
Princess Zelda's been in too many games.
She's not old. No, we do know that. She always looks 24. Still a youth, but in like 2 more years she'll be able to play a MILF in a porn.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm not the fucking, I'm not the porn industry. I'm just saying they're sexist. Desunoto, I texted him. He doesn't seem like he's coming back because he hasn't responded, so we have to assume that he slipped on the mayonnaise and died. Even though he doesn't live with Genesis, eBay could have killed him as well. State of play. We're jumping into the state of play. Tekken 8 was the first thing shown. Showed a mix of gameplay and cutscenes. People were very shocked that Tekken 8 was shown because this was just announced at EVO and nobody expected to see anything more of this game because it doesn't seem like it's coming out for a bit because it just said, please wait for additional details or whatever the hell it said.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah, that's what it said. Any questions, comments, concerns?
Cool. Let's go Tekken 8.
Let's go Tekken 8. All right. The next... the next 2 games were PSVR 2 games.
Hold on. Somebody peeing in Adam's mouth? What's going on?
No, I yawned. The next 2 games are PSVR 2 games. That's funny. Did anybody pee in Adam's mouth? PSVR? Then yeah, I get it. The first one, we'll just wait for Destino to get back here. He just hopped back online. Hopefully he'll get in here by the time I finish the sentence. But I don't know how long I can keep this sentence going because, I'm running out of air and I didn't really think about breathing. Oh, thank God.
You know what? It's a good thing that I'm right here and I can keep you covered. Destino, welcome back. Hope you didn't die. I hope eBay didn't send assassins after you.
Yeah, what happened? Why did you, we were talking about Genesis's poop and you were like, nah, I'm out.
My PS5 shut off by itself.
Oh, because you didn't move the controller?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys just turn that trash off? Do you really fall asleep with the console on?
No.
Then why do you have that on?
I don't have that on.
Kevin, you used to, and then it kept turning off because you were playing Destiny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
All right. We talked about Tekken 8. Do you have anything else to say about Tekken 8, Destino?
If that's what they said it was, a mix of gameplay and cinematics, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a next-gen fighting game.
Yeah, Tekken 8 look great.
Very next-gen.
Street Fighter looks good, but Tekken 8 is on a different level. That's the way it looks like.
Cool. I'm glad we brought in a comparison that was completely unnecessary.
Whoa.
Kevin, woe is for Crash Bandicoot, and Crash Bandicoot is for Microsoft now, so take that shit out of here. This is a PlayStation-centric podcast.
I like that comparison. That's not what I sound like. That's what my mom sounds like.
No, that's Sponge Doodle or whatever the fuck.
Doodle
what?
Bob.
Doodle Bob, that's it. Did you say Franken Bob?
No, Frankendoodle. That was the name of the episode.
That was the name of the episode, yep.
Why? Stop. What? Okay. I'm glad we have 2 SpongeBob experts here.
You know it.
Meanwhile, Destinoto and I, we had friends growing up.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm also a SpongeBob expert.
I gotta be honest, I watched a lot of SpongeBob. I'm not an expert on it whatsoever. I'm like 85% sure, Kevin, I'm not gonna look at the screen and I'm not gonna understand this joke, so you better sit back down. You better sit the fuck back down. I'm about to go sit in your seat. Yeah, that's what I thought. You feeling it now, Mr. Crab? Alright, anyways. The next
Feel
game's
violated.
PSVR 2. Yeah, get over it. Not as much as Pauline. The next games are PSVR 2. The first one is Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy something else remaster. Coming to PSVR 2. It's a Star Wars game. It's in VR. Looks neat. And then the next one is Demio. Not Demo. It's just Demio. Also coming to PSVR 2. It's like a tabletop game. Looked kind of interesting. People seemed excited about it. I don't know if anybody has anything to say about these two.
Kevin, I was going to ask Kevin about that Demio game, because it's the RPG tabletop game, but with VR.
Alright.
Nothing? Okay, alright. I thought maybe he might have an opinion on that one. Okay.
Kevin hasn't felt an emotion since 2003. The next game.
I thought it looked like Eye of Judgment, kind of.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah, it did look like
yuck.
it did look like Eye of Judgment.
Way back in PS3 camera days.
God, I remember that. That was crazy. I was like, wow, look, the things are coming to life on the screen because I'm pointing the camera at it.
I still can't believe you traded a GameCube for a PlayStation camera.
I mean, our GameCube had white bugs in it living in there, and it was slowly killing the GameCube.
Wait a minute, hold on. You traded a white bug infested GameCube for a PlayStation 3 camera?
And the game. Eye of Judgment. And, yeah, that was it.
What? did you trade it to somebody stupid? You literally swapped old dirty last gen hardware for new next gen hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy was like, yeah, I want a GameCube because I want to play something on it. And I was like,
Did you tell him about the bugs?
No.
There's a guy out there who's going to come across this and be like, I've been looking for you for 32 years.
Oh, he also smokes like 8 packs a day.
Kevin, if he's trading a GameCube, if he's trading a PlayStation 3i in a game for a GameCube, clearly this man's not making a lot of good decisions. So, he's probably just bumming cigarettes out of ashtrays and just smoking those.
Not ashtrays.
No, ashtrays.
No, Pauline knows about ashtrays.
No, hey! That was a good one. The next game was Like a Dragon, Ishin? Anyone want to help on that one?
Yeah, Ishin. That's the no, it's not the Kai. It's the
Ishin.
It's the continuation of the Like a Dragon series that originally came out last year. No. Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon, when did that come out?
It was either last year or 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Continuation of that series, this game was just never released in the States. So it was released on PS4 and PS3 only in Japan, and this is just a old samurai style game for Yakuza.
Okay. It's coming out February of 2023. February's looking stacked again.
I like that game.
Get excited.
It's good.
Yeah, Like a Dragon. What is it called? Destinoto and Kevin?
What?
Like a Dragon. Ishin.
Thank you. Kevin didn't understand what I was talking about, even though he just, for like a solid 10 seconds, made jokes with Destinoto as Genesis was talking. So I'm glad Kevin's fully invested in this. The next game was Hogwarts Legacy. Next game was Hogwarts Legacy. A bunch of people with stereotypical British accents, probably actual British actors, but they're looking like, hey, governor, I got a spell for ya. Like, it's just, this game looks like, I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I'm not about this life. I know Genesis, you're excited for Hogwarts Legacy. But the more they show of this, the more I'm like, I don't know what the concentration of this game is. I don't know. Like, I understand you're in a school, but I know you, like, pick a character, you make your own character. So it's weird that they keep showing different characters every time. And I'm like, I don't know if you're playing as other people. I don't know what's going on in that game. But it comes out February 10th, and we soon will know. So I won't be as confused. Kevin, how you feeling? Hogwarts Legacy, you love it? You against
I'm feeling
it?
pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I wouldn't say I love it. I wouldn't say I'm against it. I'm leaning slightly left of center.
Okay, all right. Interesting. So you're a cuck beta male solar boy. Got it. All right, anyways, the next game is Pacific Drive. This game actually looks quite interesting. First person, you're driving a car, get out of the car, it looks like you stop places, and the world is being destroyed around you. Come out in 2023. Genesis, you might have something to say about this.
But can you farm in this game?
No, that was a
Natural
Nintendo showcase.
disasters.
Oh, man.
Yeah, natural disasters were there, electricity, tornadoes, some storms. There was armor on the car. There was like there was a health monitor on the car, and
Okay, we're good. I thought I'd knocked my entire drink over.
yeah, wow, didn't think that was worth mentioning as we're talking about Pacific Drive, Kevin. Fucking.
It's a natural disaster.
All right, I'll let that slide. Genesis, do you have anything?
The game looked actually interesting. The car portion of it, like upgrading the car, it looks like, and kind of getting that car ready to traverse more land and more difficult things you're trying to go over. I think it looked pretty cool. It was confusing that there was nobody sitting in the car. Like, yes,
No, there
you're
was.
first person. When you go to open the door, there's nobody there.
Yeah, well, you're opening the doors to get in, and you're the person.
Right.
But when you see the car drive by without you being in it, like in a third-person camera, you see the back of a head.
Oh, is it a back of the head?
Yeah, I thought the same thing you were thinking, and then I actually watched that trailer again. When he first pulls up to the gas station, it's the person in the car, and then it goes first person, you step out, go to the trunk, do whatever.
If it's on PS Plus Premium, I'd probably take a look at it. It looks cool. It looks interesting.
I'm morbidly curious, and by that I mean my curiosity will get me killed. And then the next thing shown was PlayStation Stars. This is the rewards program that was talked about a couple months ago.
Sued by Starbucks.
Yep, exactly. Howard's coming for them. He's going to take them out. I don't know if he's still in charge of the company. Can't remember his last name, so don't care. But PlayStation Stars, no, Howard is his first name. Howard Schultz, I think. But PlayStation Stars is what? Are you fucking stupid? It's Adam Stars are this. PlayStation Stars is this reward program where you can get collectibles and like there's also points and stuff. They didn't really talk about that in this, but Grace Chen talked about it. Talking about how you can get collectibles and stuff you can show off to people. They put out a PS blog. I read that, and that just summed up that you can earn things by doing like specific challenges. Like they gave an example of like there will be a music challenge, and they'll play music, and if you recognize the music, you have to launch the game from that music, and you'll earn like this like reward. And they are these like 3D models of like bosses or video game like characters or icons or old PlayStation technology or anything like that. Like there's a PS3 shown. And you get to display them in your digital showcase. You have like a little showcase you could put them in, and you could show them on your profile, and you can just look at them. This is mostly through in-app, like on the PS app, but eventually you should be able to see it via console. And they already confirmed that this is not NFT related and never will be NFT related. So that's good. Seems cool. They're rolling it out later this month at a few markets in Asia and then everywhere else a few weeks after that. I know I'm sure we'll all use, Kevin, I don't think will ever touch this in his life. I know Genesis and I will look at this.
We already use this on your rewards anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, and we already use the phone app quite a bit. I use it to download my PS Plus games.
Same.
Yeah, it's just way easier because searching on that store still fucking sucks. The next game is Sin Duality, and somebody else speak about this because I don't care.
Sensuality looks like a mech game combined with a sim, like, uh, farming type of thing. Not like farming like Nintendo farming. Looks like you're just gathering crystals, like basically minerals off the planet to be able to build something or use it for something. It looked graphics wise, it looked really good. Um, it is definitely a Japanese centric game due to the AI that follows you. It is a teenage Japanese girl who is shocking you in the morning, and the main character responds with, "That's the most excited I've ever been in the morning." So, yeah, that was the game. I mean, Sensuality comes out in 2023. Looks questionable. I don't know what else to say about it. Other than I asked Adam, and Adam was like, "I don't know what the hell is going on here."
Yeah, I didn't understand. Castellum, I'm pretty sure I actually got that right for some reason.
You did.
He said it looked like a Japanese No Man's Sky with Halo elements.
That's a good way to put it.
It's a good way to put it. Destinoto, you had some reactions while we were watching it.
I thought his reactions were mostly for the next one.
I mean, he had reactions to everything at some point. Hell, for a second, I thought Pacific Drive was going to be abandoned. Actually, it was more like I wanted it to be abandoned. I'm like, please be abandoned, please be abandoned.
This game looked alright. I mean, it'll probably be decent for what it's trying to do. I don't know if I would buy it though.
Cool.
Not my cup of tea.
All right, speaking of cup of teas and a bunch of D's, we're going to talk about Project Eve, which is now called Stellar Blade. It's coming out in 2023. Looks good. It looks very action game. And Destinoto, go ahead, speak.
This is the same. I believe they are Korean developers.
They are.
I think so. But for some reason, there was Japanese in the beginning of the trailer, and then as soon as they swap back to Eve, the main character that you play as, it went back to Korean. So must be some story thing. But wow, we got a release. I mean, what did they say last time for the year?
I think they just said, they might have said 2023, or they said nothing.
Well,
I don't think it was ever 2022.
2023 for the release year. I'm kind of pissed they don't even have like a queue.
I gotta be honest, based on what that game's looking like, I can't see it coming out later than probably
2, right? I mean,
yeah, I can't imagine.
Pretty much done.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks clean and all that. Also,
animations.
I was talking to Genesis earlier. The transitions in that trailer, like sometimes Eve and her booty would go to do a move, and all of a sudden it would transition to like another move, and it was like just really clean looking. It looked really good. I'm not interested in this game at all. I will watch Destinoto play only to watch that ass swing, or sway, whatever. It rhymes with play. Should have used that. Whatever. We can't go back, Kevin. We can't go back in time to fix our mistakes. You know.
Yeah, we can.
Tell Jessica that. You know. Tell her that.
Jessica Parker.
Yeah, who the fuck is Jessica Parker?
I don't know.
All right. Anyways, Genesis, you got anything to say about Stellar Blade?
I am day one ready for that game. I am buying that game.
Day one. He's a day one. All right, good.
Also,
it looks like better Bayonetta. Sorry to interrupt.
I mean, listen, I was comparing that game to DMC's level of action.
Now, question. I like my women with magical hair and a filter, and also people who sleep for 500 years. Does Stellar Blade have that?
Hair. It's literally flying all over her body.
Stellar Blade had that.
Yeah.
Where did you see Japanese in the trailer? There was no Japanese. They spoke Korean in the beginning of the trailer all the way to the end.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Japanese.
There was no Japanese. The old man was speaking Korean.
I'll have to check again.
110%. I've seen that trailer 4 times already.
Wow, that's okay. All right, we're gonna watch two people who aren't fluent in any of the language they're fighting about argue over which language it was in. And based on it's a Korean developer, I would assume it's all in Korean, but I don't really know because it all sounds like goyo doyo do me. So it's what? It's not racist. That's what it sounds like to me. Half the people who speak English, they all sound like
Hey.
Kevin, I don't know if you said A or hey or gay or lay or tay or ray. Like, come on. Words are stupid. Sounds are sounds. I could go blah, 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 and it wouldn't make any difference to most people, especially Genesis' daughter. Anyways, the next
You
game,
said that about her.
Rise of the Ronin, takes place in late 1860s or early 1860s Japan. It's coming from Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. It's coming out in 2024. By the way, this and Stellar Blade are PlayStation console exclusive games. This one is coming out in 2024, but it's called Rise of the Ronin. Look kind of neat. Look like a more action-focused Ghost of Tsushima. What did you say about it, Genesis? I liked what you said.
I think it's exactly what I said. It was an action-oriented Ghost of Tsushima that it has way more, I wouldn't say violence, but it has more like no holes barred action where like one of the weapons he had, he used a gun that had a sword at the end of it. There's a word for it. What do you call those? The gun with the little knife at the end of it? Bayonet, yeah. He used the bayonet as a samurai sword and then shot the dude in the head after he cut his stomach open at the end of it. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool looking. Also, PS5 console exclusive. I hate the verbiage they're using because they sound on Microsoft now, but that is the direction that they're going in. Almost every single thing is going to come to PC now, so...
Thank you, Genesis, for that Genesis mouth console exclusive.
Yes.
The next thing my HR lady, she came on, she spoke for a second, because this is the lady who's in my at my work. She narrates all the HR videos. She talks about the Ragnarok controller. She's like, we got one more announcement. They showed the Ragnarok controller. I screamed. I'm not gonna lie, I screamed a lot. Screamed all in Destinota's ears. I screamed a lot. I was excited. Then I realized that the Ragnarok controller looks nice. Also, not a DualSense Edge. It's just a regular controller, which kind of sucks. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm getting it. I'm pre-ordering that son of a bitch. So, yeah. Then they showed a story trailer for Ragnarok, and we will talk almost nothing about it. Genesis and I already hopped on earlier. We talked about it. Because Destinota is playing through Ragnarok, and he doesn't know a lot of the things that are in the trailer, and yeah.
You mean he's playing through God of War 2018?
Yeah, did I say Ragnarok?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's playing through 2018. No, I'm just kidding, guys. He's got Ragnarok. Look out for the review next week. That was a joke.
Oh.
It was a joke. Yeah, he's playing through 2018, so we won't spoil anything. Solid trailer. Awesome trailer. Look cool. Very excited. Don't want to see any more. Ready to go. Here we go. Come on. Give it to me, baby.
Wow.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, that's it. For the Nintendo Direct, I gave it a 7, because I thought it was well paced. I thought it went through everything pretty quickly, even though it didn't show some big things. Sorry, Destinota, no Metroid Prime 4. And then for the Sony one, I gave it an 8.5. If God of War wasn't there, I probably would have gave it a 6, because none of this appealed to me. Except God of War, and God of War only. And God of War, everyday God of War. I live, breathe, eat God of War. Man, that was a good awkward silence. Kevin, what would you rate these conferences? You didn't watch any of them based on how I explained them.
Oh, 5s across the board.
5s across the board. That's a solid 5-0 across the board. Kevin is now a cop. Destinota, what do you rate these conferences? Nintendo a 1, PlayStation an 8? Or no, you said 9. Cool, good.
Yeah.
All right, wow. All right. I was just kidding. Genesis, Jennifer Piss. Gentle Kiss. Genesis. He died, guys. He died. R.I.P.
Right.
Probably choked on some mayonnaise. Oh, he's muted. He's muted. I think he said he would give the conference like a 9 for PlayStation. And I also think he said like an 8 or something for Nintendo. So he had a pretty good day with conferences. And then Ubisoft, -10. Also, fuck Ubisoft. I want to kill them, but not in a physical way, in games. This is me as Genesis. Also, Pauline, I apologize for anything I've ever said. Yeah. Alright. Anybody else got anything else to say? Wow.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade. What a title. What a title. Kevin, what do you think about the title Stellar Blade?
Ass is fat.
You think about the title? Okay, great. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I don't know if he was to the ass is fat or Stellar Blade. So I'm just going to assume both. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching Crafting a Chat. If you want to continue watching, it'll technically still be available on Genesis' stream. Because he's not... Oh, okay, what are you giving the conferences? A 9 and an 8, probably?
Nintendo's, I'll probably give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Sony's definitely about a 9.
Cool, great. Okay, now you can end it. We're done.
Yes. Alright, everybody, thank you for joining us on this episode of Crafting a Chat. You'll see us again next week, same time, same place. Twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/starting28 with 2 R's. And as usual, everybody go get your vaccines and updated boosters out. See you guys next time. See you later, bitches.
Bye-bye. Everyone who's watched this far, we appreciate you. We love you.